it's Aga here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with an in-depth review of one of my favorite activewear brands and my favorite leggings, which is the Oner Active Effortless Leggings and shorts actually. After realizing how many color options I own, I realized that I have a bit of a problem. Oh, it's pure love. And while I love those leggings, I don't have any other leggings or shorts in so many color options. There are also some topics that I wanted to cover which refer to sheerness, any inconsistencies when it comes to sizing, when it comes to the material, any changes throughout the last few months that I've discovered, so that you can make a good purchase decision and decide whether this is the right fit for you. And I'm also going to wrap up the review with the various squat tests and styling options of the different pieces that I have from the brand to show you how do I wear them to the gym and why do I like the brand so much. So let's dive right in. Here are my measurements, and I'm going to also link them in the description box below in case you want to refer back to it later on. All of the leggings and all of the shorts and everything I'm going to wear today is going to be in Oner Active size M. Because I am 5'10", all of the leggings are in the longer version, and there are some length inconsistencies between the colors from the inseam being 28 to about 29 inches, but all of them hit me underneath my ankle, so no issues even if some of them are shorter or some of them are longer. I would like to start with looking at the material of the legging. So the Effortless legging is a blend of polyamide, polyester and elastane blend, and the actual mix is very similar to Alphalete. You can see it here. So if I compare the two, I don't really see any difference from the perspective of what they look and also how they feel. So if I close my eyes, I feel like they look the same and they feel the same. However, Effortless is a bit less stretchy, surprisingly. Starting from the top, so we have a two-tier waistband, which is not tapered. Alphalete has a tapered waistband and it's a three-tier waistband. So while Effortless is snatching, it's not as snatching as Alphalete 1, but I also feel like it makes it a bit more comfortable to wear it for a longer amount of time. So I like both and I like them for two different reasons. If you look at the scrunch, it's a reinforced scrunch, which is 5-thread scrunch. It's also a bit shorter than the Alphalete one, which I feel like makes it a bit less visible and in your face, but it's definitely still there. I'm gonna show it in a moment. This is what it looks like inside of the legging. So I realize it looks a bit of, it looks a bit odd, but I promise you it works. So it's a bit shorter than the Alphalete one, and it's very, very strong. Whenever I try to pull it, no matter how much I pull it, it's really, holding on. And even if I'm having like a really hard session at the gym, the scrunch just stays put and I don't have to worry about anything like popping or ripping. So quality-wise, I think it's great. And if you look at the scrunch, there is also like this area surrounding it. So I understand that this is the reinforced part, just to make sure that nothing is happening to it. The scrunch is a bit shorter than on Alphalete leggings, which I feel like makes it a bit less in your face and a bit more subtle, but it's still quite visible, which I'm going to show you on my body in a moment. And Effortless leggings are designed what Criscicella and Oner Active call it in a 360 design way. So if you look at the front, there are those contouring lines here on both sides, and there is this beautiful contouring in the shape, I call it like the shark fin shape, that ends right underneath the glutes. And I feel like this is the part of the leggings that is really standing out when it comes to the competitors, and something that makes it quite unique, and it really gives you a beautiful shape and helps to contour your glutes, which I haven't encountered in any other legging to that extent. So I love that. I also like that the branding on the legging is very minimal. There is just a knitted logo on the right side of the leg. And if you look inside of the legging, this is what the knitted logo looks like. So there is quite a lot of sort of, loose threads, but nothing is happening to it. I've been wearing this particular color for over a year, and it looks great. It looks brand new, like nothing is happening to it. Also, if I compare Effortless to any other seamless leggings on the market, they actually have a very long and narrow gusset, which on one side is quite visible on your body if you look at the sort of inner part of your legs, but also it makes the legging very stretchy and very comfortable to wear, and also it doesn't cause any city issues. Also, the scrunch is not meeting the gusset, which means it's not pulling you, from the front. So from the city aspect of things, I think these are great. And I never had any issues at all, regardless of what kind of underwear I wear underneath. The shorts are exactly the same as the leggings. So the waistband, the logo positioning also on the right leg, the scrunch, everything is exactly the same. The gusset is going all the way throughout the length of the shorts. And size M, which I wear, is about 5.5 inch long when it comes to the inseam. And these are also the leggings that I wear quite a lot. So you can see some peeling on the front, and this is from the band because I'm practicing wide grip pull-ups. So whenever the band is rubbing against the material, the peeling occurs. But just like with the leggings, I can very easily shave it off and then they look brand new. When it comes to wear and tear, I find the effortless material to have quite a lot of longevity to it, while some peeling can occur, which is quite normal, especially when there are some machines which are rubbing against the fabric. You can see some of the peeling here. I'm not sure if it will be visible on camera, but it's very easy to remove with a regular clothes shaver. So even though these are, I think, more than a year now, they still look almost brand new. And there are no issues with the waistband. It's not becoming like too loose over time. Whenever I wash it, it snatches back in. And I'm definitely sure that I can still wear them throughout the years and they are going to look great. The only bra that I have from the Effortless line is the Effortless Strappy Bralette, because I really love the wisteria purple color and I wanted to have a matching set. But unfortunately, being completely honest, I don't find the Effortless bras or bralettes suitable for larger cups. So this is size M. I also tried it in size large because I thought if I upsize, maybe some of the issues will disappear, but they still persist. So if I look at the bra from the front, it has very thin spaghetti straps that cross at the back. The material is exactly the same. There are removable cup pads. There is a scrunch with a ruching effect at the front that is matching the scrunch of the leggings. It's also 5-thread scrunch. There is the knitted logo on the left side, and the band at the bottom has those lines that perfectly match the waistband of the leggings, but the band is not very, how to put it, it's quite elastic and quite flexible, but it's not very supportive. So in size M, unfortunately, I don't have enough of space for my bust, but it was quite similar with size L. So even though it was wider here, the coverage was still not enough. So it fits, but not that great. So I have a bit of a spillage on a side. I don't have any gaping because, like, for obvious reasons, the bra is not having enough of space for me overall. And the straps are digging in quite a lot. They are very uncomfortable. So I wore the bra for maybe about 10-15 minutes, and look at it. It's leaving all of those marks and it's quite painful. So to be honest, I can't wait to take it off. I'm only having it on now for the purpose of the review. So I think it could be a great option if you have smaller cup bust, because then it doesn't need to, carry so much weight. And I find like the design is quite cute. It looks great. It's just the comfort level is not there for larger cups and the fit is not right. If you look at the back as well, it's digging in my, traps. Even though it's quite flexible, it also has quite strong bounce back. So the support is not as low as in some of the other bralettes. So even if I would try to, run a little bit, it's still in a way like okay, but then it's just digging in even more. And with not enough of size being in the cuff area, it's pulling the band underneath so that it almost disappears. So I feel like my chest is just swallowing this bra. So any effortless bra that I tried from Oner Active for my e-camp is just not working, so I returned them all, and I'm not going to continue buying them, which is a shame because I would love to have the matching colors in the matching material for the different leggings that I have. But I prefer to stick to some of the timeless bras or the everyday sports bras, which are just more comfortable to wear and more suitable for the larger cup sizes. I wanted to start with the up close on the waist area. So as you can see, there is a 2-tier compression band. It ends a bit weird, but it's on all of the leggings. Like there is this last batch ending in the middle of the tummy area here around your navel, but it's nothing that is bothering me. There is the glute side contour that goes like this and ends right underneath, which makes the back area quite flattering. You can really situate it out there, but the more you situate it in between your glutes, the more of the length you're going to lose on the overall legging. And when it comes to compression, I feel like the Wisteria purple color is the most compressive of all of the ones that I have from Oner Active. So it's the sort of most compressive one, but I still have quite a lot of give in the waist. And there's still quite a lot of give in the thighs regardless. And since it's a seamless and performance material, I wanted to show you also whether it's sweat wicking. So let's just spread it over there. So as you can see, with the waist being much thicker, there is nothing showing, but when it comes to the actual legging, you can see it quite a lot. But I must say it's drying very, very fast. I literally just tried to wash something off my knee about 2 minutes ago, and it's already dry. So while it is absorbing the sweat and it's quite visible, it dries up quite fast, so I don't see it as a major problem. And this is the overall look with the contouring. And also to show you on this light purple color, the squat proofness is not really there, so it's definitely quite transparent. So when I just pull the sticker, you can see it. But I will also add the squat test later. It is quite transparent, so definitely you need to go ahead with a nude tone. But I feel like any seamless underwear, unless it's black or like dark blue color, I would always go with nude seamless underwear. So that's a given. But it's definitely, I would say, at least like 60% sheer. And this is the full view of the legging. This is the longer version, and as you can see, it's hitting me right above my ankle. I can pull it down a bit more, but as I mentioned earlier, the more you pull the legging up your glutes, the less of the length you're going to have. But for me, it's just perfect. I really like that it's extremely comfortable and flexible, regardless of what kind of movement I do. The ankle area is not too tight, which sometimes is a problem with some of the brands of the leggings. As you can see, it's very easy to put it on. It's literally just hitting the right places without trying too hard. And yeah, the give is quite a lot. If you have like larger calves or if you have larger quads, it shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, this is what it looks like in the totality. And I really like, I hope it's still visible, how the contour hits the side, how it hits the waist. And some of the leggings, even though I'm really tall and my torso, I would say is like average, but rather long than very short, it's still hitting me at the right spot. My belly button is here, so it's hitting me right here. And also at the back, it's just not too high, which I think makes them an absolute winner for me. There's just one thing, if I have to be really picky, is that how I make the gusset area, on the lighter colors, it's quite visible here, which I think, depending what kind of movement you do, sometimes looks a bit just awkward, but maybe it's just a me thing. In the darker colors, it's absolutely not visible, but as you can see, the stitching, it's just, I feel like standing up. Even if you do a squat, you can see it. So yeah, a bit weird, but nothing major. At least thanks to the gusset, there are no CT issues, no discomfort in wearing them, as the scrunch is not connected to the gusset, so that adds to the comfort level and safety when you wear it. And this is the up close to the logo. No major gathering in the knee area, spot on. This is an up close on the shorts in slate blue. These are the shorts that have the most wear and tear because I just keep wearing them all the time. I share my time between Singapore and Bali, so whenever I'm in Bali and it's really hot and I do outdoor training, I always wear the shorts instead of the leggings. So you can see some of the peeling from the bands, but either way I love them to bits. I feel like they are very flattering, and because of the design they give me a really nice hourglass figure. There's still quite a lot of stretch in the waist, and in all the colors with all the material there is way more stretch also in the legs, so size M fits me perfectly. But with some of the newer colors, for example like the vintage purple, the stretch is not as much, so sometimes I feel like it might be worth to maybe even size up if you have a bit of a like thicker thighs or you need a bit more space here. So there's definitely the difference in the material between the older launches, which is more stretchy, more silky, more soft, and the newer launches, which are more stiff and a bit more rigid. And I feel like the length is also perfect. I usually prefer 6-inch shorts, but 5.5 fits me perfectly well. They are not rolling a lot, even if I squat, they stay in place. If you want to make them shorter, you can always pull them up, but with my height, I definitely prefer the longer, slightly longer length. They are really high on the booty scale, really high when it comes to the comfort of wearing them. So yes, I am a big fan. And I really wish that Oner Active will somehow bring back the older version of the fabric, which was just so much nicer. And another thing that I absolutely love about Oner Active is their color palette. I feel like whatever shades they release, they are not identical to what the other brands are doing. I feel like they have their own sort of vibe. So when it's blue, it's not like a flat, boring blue. I feel like those colors are a bit less obvious and a bit more interesting, which makes them quite unique. I love that some of them have a bit of mouth to it. Some of them are a bit more solid. But either way, they are definitely eye-catching and quite original, quite unique. So I definitely love for them to release more and more colors. There's always a choice for like warmer tone or cooler tone, so you can definitely find something that will suit your complexion. And yes, whenever there will be new colors releasing that I will love, I will definitely get more of those. And one cute thing I wanted to mention is that every piece of Effortless leggings, shorts or bras comes with a tag, with an attached hairband, with an Oner Active logo on it. I think it's a very nice gesture from the brand. And for me, whenever I'm at the gym and I forget some of my scrunchies, this is my emergency hairband. So it definitely comes appreciated and it's super, super cute. also wanted to show you an up close on the waistband. It's not easy for me to hold. But if I look at the plushiness, I feel like some of the older models that I have, which is the black one or midnight or slate blue, are way more plushy and thicker than some of the newer launches, for example, the vintage purple or metal gray or forest green. So I feel like something has been changed about the waistband. I'm not entirely sure, as I definitely prefer the more plushy version, which is just more comfortable to wear and it has a better feel, but it's not drastic to the point where it's like twice the width or it's just uncomfortable. But yeah, one of those things that I noticed, and I wish it was the same as in the older versions. So here I just wanted to show you a close-up. So I divided the leggings by the older launches and the newer launches when the difference in the material is the most significant one. So this is black, midnight, slate blue, sand, and this is wisteria purple, forest green, metal gray, and vintage purple. And the material in the older launches is way more soft, way more sort of stretchy. So when I wear it, the level of comfort is much higher. And the newer launches, unfortunately, the material is way more stiffer, it's more rigid, and it's not as comfortable, especially when I squat or I do more activities in them. So the difference is significant enough that I wanted to bring it up. You can definitely feel it when you wear it on your body. So I don't know whether Oner Active has changed the factory where they make the leggings, but the difference is really, really, really big. And I definitely prefer the older ones to the newer ones. I also wanted to show you the difference in the waistband. So if I align them on one side, depending on the color, some of the leggings have longer waistband, some have shorter waistband. So this is something that I think I can associate with a different dye of the fabrics, but there is no rule that, for example, the darker colors are the most tight and the lighter color are a bit longer. I feel like it seems to be a bit random, but when I wear it I don't really notice much of a difference. But I definitely feel like the wisteria purple is the most sort of tight one on the waist and the less stretchy one. Waistband aside, I think the biggest difference is in the length. So I aligned the leggings on the top, and as you can see, the difference is quite significant. So for example, midnight is a bit shorter, sand and wisteria purple are shorter, and the metal gray is extremely short in comparison to others, while forest green is, I feel like, the longest. Slate blue and black are also one of the longer ones. So I'm not sure why there is a length difference. I feel like this should not happen. When I wear it, it's still okay. None of it is significant enough that, it's too short on me. But they are all the same. All the leggings are size M and in version long. So it's kind of weird. So the longest one is 29 inch, and the shortest one that I measured, the inseam is 28 inch. Who gets it, right? Here are the midnight leggings in the old launch, and this is the metal grade in one of the newer launches. So when I look at the material, I can't really tell any difference, and the material composition is the same. So the only difference I can tell is when I wear it, and when I touch it. This one also feels a bit stiffer, this feels a bit softer, but only once I have it on my body. This is nicely molding into my curves, and this one I just need to pull a bit more, and it's just less working with me as I go through my workout. And one last detail that I noticed is that Oner Active has changed their inner tags from those sort of like silicone transparent tags for the older launches to just like the typical white material tags, which happened around, if I'm not mistaken, around I think December last year. And this is also the time since I noticed that the material feels a bit different. So that makes me suspect that maybe they have changed the factory, but of course I'm not entirely sure and I don't have the inside knowledge about it. But in conclusion, despite some of the inconsistencies, I still find the Effortless leggings and shorts one of the best ones in the market right now. I find the quality and the price going hand in hand. I definitely find them worth the money. and the price is actually lower than a lot of the other brands that are currently offering the seamless legging options. So that's definitely great. So I highly recommend for you to try at least one pair of the color that you might love. I definitely don't find it, necessary to try to buy the different color options from every launch, especially that the launches keep coming more and more often these days. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you found my review helpful. If you have any additional questions, please let me know down below or message me on my Instagram. I would love if you can subscribe and follow me on my Instagram, as I'm trying to grow my channel and build a bit of a community around what I do. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.